The witnesses were on the block, and my father waited for them to come to the door. And when the sister came to the door, he volunteered for me to study because I was in such a mess of a state. And I accepted, mostly because the sister that approached me with the Bible study is one of the kindest, sweetest, purest person you'd ever want to meet. I'm going to say her name, Liz Staley. She was a wonderful teacher. In fact, most JWs, the majority of JWs, the publishers, the pioneers, even the elders, are beautiful, wonderful people. And they are attracted to this religion because they only want good for people and good for themselves. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not bad-mouthing the JW rank and file, the publishers, the pioneers, the elders. They're all beautiful people, and I've had so many positive experiences with them. It's just that, well, I'll get back to that later. Let me finish the study with this sister, Liz Staley. So she was so loving and kind. She answered all the questions, and I wanted to get baptized. And she said to me, please, there's two things I really need you to commit to before you consider getting baptized. She said, number one is, you are looking at the congregation from the outside. It's like looking at a beautiful, green, healthy, flourishing forest from the outside, and it's beautiful. But once you become a witness, you're going to become one of those trees, and you're going to be on the inside of this forest, and you're going to notice that there's rot and decay, and just things that you're not thinking of right now that are in the congregation. And you have to just understand that they're humans. I agreed I could do that. The other one was, if you're going to be a witness, then you have to be a witness. You know, don't lead a double life. Don't be two-faced. Don't be slack. If you're going to be a witness, you have to be a witness. Now, I just want to interject for JWs that are watching this that might have led double lives or are leading double lives. I used to have a lot of animosity and anger towards people that did that because I just couldn't understand either be a witness or don't be a witness. But now I understand. I understand all the pressure to lead a duplicit life. And I have compassion for those people. So I've come a long way. I'm a very black or white kind of person. There's no gray in the middle. I'm working on it. That's a big flaw that I have. But I just want you to know, if you're watching this, I understand. I have compassion for you having to do that. So I got baptized. And sure enough, as soon as I got baptized and I was able to, I started pioneering. And I was such a zealot. And I was the golden child of the congregation. So most of my time was spent with the elders or the COs or fellow pioneers. And my exposure to just like the regular publishers, especially if they were weak, spiritually weak, I was really not spending too much time with them because, well, they wanted to keep me spiritually strong so they can keep my hours up, so they can keep their numbers up. That's the truth. So, when I was 30, I decided that I'm not going to get married, which was fine with me. And because the option in the congregation is very limited, the sisters are way outnumbered the brothers. So statistically, it's not going to happen. But besides that, let's be truthful, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, the pickings are slim. Education is not pursued. Making money is not pursued. So, you know, if you think you're going to find somebody who has a good job and has a house, it's not going to happen. Usually the brothers were living with their parents and they were pioneering. They were not going to school. That was frowned upon. They were really limited in their resources. So to have a family was pretty ridiculous. So anyway, fast forward. One meeting, a baptized sister brought her unbaptized brother to the meeting to visit the congregation. And he never took to the truth. He was raised in it, but he didn't get baptized because he couldn't accept too many things. And he never intended on getting baptized. Well, wouldn't you know it, 3 months later, we got married. Me, the pioneer, and him, the unbaptized publisher, who doesn't even want the truth. It made a lot of problems for me especially because the elders were losing their golden child. They really were. They felt like, okay, you know, I'm not going to be as